What's going on, YouTube? Storm here, coming at you guys with another new series I'm wanting to start today, which is Where Art Thou? Where Art Thou is a series I actually thought up the other day because I was thinking, because it basically is like, why haven't we gotten these certain cards? Today I'm going to be talking, which are usually when I talk about these cards, they're OCG cards that we have not received, and I'm questioning, okay, why haven't we received them yet? So today I'm going to be talking about the Empowered Warrior cards. Now, a lot of you guys might not even know these existed, but these, I believe, were OCG exclusives in either Clash of Rebellions, when in the OCG's version of Clash of Rebellions, I believe, because I remember that it was the same set that Trick Clown came in. So a lot of you guys probably remember Clown Blade in the OCG, but what you probably flew under the radar for you guys was that these Empowered Warrior cards were a really powerful part of the deck's ability to gain advantage. You had cards like Dragodies that allowed you had a really cool pendulum effect that allowed you to have monsters attack by pitching a card, and on top of that, so you could pitch a Trick Clown and then get its effect. And if in the monster zone it was destroyed by your opponent's attack or card effect, it was a Scarm for warriors or spellcasters monsters with 2,000 or less attack. That is a really good generic support card for decks that probably lost a lot of stuff when Rota went to 1, or heck, there's so many decks there's so many good. The volume of good monsters you could search just off the top of my head, I can think of quite a few. Summoner Monk for one, this is really good. Then you have Dragonox, which is sort of like a battle fader. You can destroy it and then end the battle phase, and then on top of that, it's basically like a Summoner Monk except from Graveyard for spellcasters. So, and then of course you have the Field Spell, which is essentially like it buffs like Dragon Warrior and spellcasters, and you can pitch a card to special summon one Empowered Warrior from your deck. And then there's another effect that you can banish to search an Aether monster, and then Aether is like the boss monster. So in summary, this Empowered Clown Blade deck was one of the best decks in the OCG for quite some time, and it led, obviously, then some of the Perform Ages came out, and it kind of this deck kind of went by the wayside. But we're talking boards Cyber Dragon Infinity, Shockmaster, and Lavalval Chain. Lavalval Chain was a really, really big part of this deck, but now that Lavalval Chain is banned and Damage Juggler and Plushfire have been banned, why haven't we received these Empowered Warrior cards? I'm not saying they're uberly spectacular or perfect, but I think if I could come up with one reason, it's simply because these are really, really good generic support cards. And Konami does not like supporting generic stuff. I think that as much has been clear. The limiting of Mathematician, the banning of Lavalval Chain. I can probably keep going, but Konami just has some hard-on for good generic support cards. And I feel like that's the main reason we haven't received these cards. But overall, that's the really only reason. But overall, these cards are just really good. And honestly, like Dragodies and these other cards, they're good, but they're also incredibly dated. I think at this point in Yu-Gi-Oh, especially, I don't understand why we haven't received these cards, because they're just really they're good cards, and it pains me to see these. I saw a build with Magispectors where a guy actually used it to search Legendary Fisherman 1 and then Fisherman me 3'd me for game. And I just think this in summary, I really wish Konami would import these cards, and I'd love to have there's some really creative ideas I'd love to have with them. So anyway, guys, as always, thank you guys for watching today. If you like this video series and you'd like to see this continue, or you happen to have another type of OCG import that you'd like to see, let me know down in the comment section below. As always, thank you guys for watching. It's Storm.